Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, whatever it may be. How are you today? I mean that genuinely. If you hear that whenever I ask that question, please, in the comment section below, above, to the side, or whatever orientation the comment section is, answer how you are. I actually do want to know how people are. Sometimes in these digital landscapes, excuse me, digital hellscapes, it's quite lonely. I should have leaned the other way. I don't know why I put that so far away from myself. Well, anyway, as this is loading in, today is kind of a Let's Play podcast episode of the Digital Quill podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. We are playing Dreamlight Valley for those of you who are not watching the video version of this podcast, because I am understanding still that I have yet to upload video episodes to Spotify. If anyone has like a quick fix on how to do that, like right now, I could probably use that tutorial in the comments below, but I also am not in really much of a rush. I'm still getting my social media legs. Still getting my legs. There are a few things. One, check out this awesome outfit I crafted, because I think it was part of a... I don't remember if it was part of a Dream Snaps or not. Could have been. Let's see, actually. This is the current submission one. This is the one I submitted last time. And then... Yep, nope, that was just an outfit change. I didn't really have much of a topic today, because yesterday was a topic of the 7 deadly sins, and should those 7 deadly sins be one sin instead of just 7, and it's still kind of on my mind, actually. There's probably going to be like a future podcast in which I talk about sorry, I had to switch the sound to the TV instead of from the laptop, but where I talk about, like I said in the prior episode, future versions of 7 deadly sins, so it's not just gonna be like a one-time thing. Distracted myself. 1 second, let me grab some bearings. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, also I started off the day not well, because I had one of my wonderfully famous headaches that I just love so much. They make life so fun. It's like I wake up and I want it to be a very productive and good day, and I don't want to be in any pain, and I have a headache and I'm in pain, and it's like, well, this is exactly what I wanted, was to wake up in pain and like not knowing if I'm gonna like keep my appetite or lose it or find it again. Not knowing if it's gonna get worse, if I'm gonna end up in more pain. TBIs are great. Long term, fucking, they're just great. Chronic conditions are great. I highly recommend, look at the way my head is moving, that everyone, I highly recommend that everyone has a chronic condition. It's great. It's, join the club. It's a great club. We have cookies and permanent pain. I should be careful who I say that to. There are some people who do like pain, I think. The, how does that song go? S&M, chips and, or chips and dip excite me. I can see where my mind's at right now. Chips and dip excite me. What? I'm really glad I recorded that. I've been saying funny shit all day that has had me rolling out of my chair laughing. It's so easy to talk normal I guess, when I just take a pause and collect my thoughts. It's like one of the first tricks I was taught back in special ed. It's not a perfect science. Okay? I'm just because I have the tricks and the tips and the helpful tools and the foundation doesn't mean I'm good at it yet. If I ever will be. Come here. I can't. I'm just swinging that net wildly, which is exactly why I wanted them to add bug catching, but they put it behind a paywall. And by a paywall, I mean they put it in DLC. I had a feeling that they would, but still. You don't add a survey and then be like, what is a feature you'd most like to have? And then have something that's like bug catching. And then like, well, it seems like the community really wants this. Paywall it on DLC. How much is DLC? I usually get the one that includes the most amount of moonstones because, as I've explained before while playing this stupid money grabbing game, I didn't really know what the moonstones would end up equating to because they didn't have the moon's shop store yet. So all the bonus moonstones I got from being a founding player when it was still in beta and it was still in the promised land of becoming free to play. You guys, some of you remember that, right? Longtime players. How many of you are longtime players, right? Great, huh? But yeah, I didn't really know that they were gonna end up equating to actual real money, and I ended up using a lot of them, and it was dumb of me, and I regret every mistake I ever made in this game. And yeah, I try to get the ones with the most moonstone packs because I need to correct my mistakes. I very horribly... I don't really need to correct them, but this game is obviously going to be a game I'm going to play for a very long time and put a lot of hours and time into, like Minecraft and Skyrim, and unfortunately I can no longer really put the time into The Sims. Thank you, Saudi Arabia. That actually was kind of interesting. Didn't ever think in my life I would witness something like that in gaming history, but yeah, I've heard rumors, I haven't looked into it yet, that Sims can no longer woohoo before marriage. And if that's true, I can't play that game again because I would always make a lot of characters in different households. And there is a point where I would make like the Playboy character, you know, like the college frat boy, the dog, and I can't now. The Sims might have lost all of may have, I don't know, again, this fact is unconfirmed, but like, it might have lost all of its joy, its ludacy, or ludicrousness. I don't know what word I'm trying to use there. How much pure ice do I have on my person right now? I could do this live, but it's a lot of strain on my laptop, so I don't. Please do not go into my room, cat. I know the door is open, but it's because the weather is nice and the sun isn't super bright and my eyeballs can actually handle it with the minimal pain I have. And you know what? I'll just clean in there later. It's fine. It's about damn time I do my laundry again anyway. Once a week, and it's been over 2. Not over 2. To the last week. But it's like Wednesday. No, wait. Thursday? It's Thursday. I haven't done it this week yet. That's a problem. That's a future me problem, but a problem nonetheless. Yeah, I can't woohoo before marriage. If that's true, then I can't woohoo at all in this game. I might as well just play this one. Oh yeah, I've explained and like kind of compared this game to like the new modern Sims, and you know what? I'm actually kind of like calling it now again just out loud to myself. Dreamlight Valley is the modern Sims. It is no longer like just not even with like the whole like buyout of The Sims, but like, or EA in general, but I don't know. When this game came out and it started releasing the DLCs, especially with the fucking DLC coming out later this month, no, next month. Wish Blossom Ranch. We get to ride horses now. We get to care for and ride horses, which, by the way, this makes me really stoked, and I'm definitely getting this as an early Christmas present somehow to myself. Maybe, most likely, because stones. But, and there's probably gonna be, like, a cute bonus outfit, and I'm gonna be like, that is the justification. Cute bonus outfit. I have an entertainment budget. I think entertainment, while most people would argue is not essential, I think actually it is. Humans wouldn't be creating art and the like from all of eternity if entertainment wasn't essential as a human need. And when people make the argument about, you know, buying art and it blah 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 versus giving it away for free, I will happily give things away for free. I'm probably going to go into the negative for the first like couple years of my life as an author because I want to give art away for free. I also understand that there's monetary value in anything. I am living in a capitalistic hellscape. So like, I mean, think about it this way. I understand the value of money, and I understand the value of tools, and I understand the value of economy, but I also understand the value of freedom, autonomy, and just living naturally, and I do somehow think the two can maybe kind of sort of coexist. I might be insane, I might be wishfully thinking, but I'll be damned if I don't try, man. Humans are such a wonderful and complex spectrum of like design and art and technology. Like, it doesn't just span what we are physically seeing and experiencing right now. And this is getting a little more philosophical than I wanted it to. My bad. Let me drink some caffeine. And feed this dragon thing, who has its tongue sticking out. That is adorable. I just love it when it's cloudy like this. Cloudy and rainy and humid and nice, because even if I like didn't have a headache,
some people are worth
it would still
for.
make me feel like physically better, not just like emotionally better, which is like kind of the cool thing. Sorry, I said like way too many times right there. But yeah, I enjoy weather like this quite a bit. It is... Please don't get into that box, cat. That is my... That is... DJ. Kitty. Hey. What you doing there? Nope. She's escaping. Never mind. Honestly, that was a pretty good outcome. Totally changed the orientation of the camera, but oh well, or not orientation, but angling of the camera. Don't care enough to try to set it right, because I'm not trying to pay attention to it anyway. Trying to pay attention to the camera inside my brain, showing me my thoughts. And the game, which I need to progress in just a little bit somehow. Which, yeah. Where was I before the cat distracted me amongst the other thoughts and philosophy? Jesus Christ, I really need to purge my brain of philosophical thought. Can't I just not think philosophically for like, I don't know, half an hour? Probably. But it's a challenge. Just like not trauma dumping. I really tried. There were a lot of points in which I really try You can see me struggling. It's funny. To myself, anyway. I don't know if you are amused by it, but I hope you are, at least. If anything I could do at the end of the day is entertain anyone, then bring smiles to people's faces, then I will have done a good thing, because there's a lot of terrible negativity in the world. I would not wish to add to that. I hate when the apartment settles. Please stop that. That's really creepy. Hello? Ghosts? Is that you? I swear to God or something. Okay, it's just the cat.
Let me know where I can rustle up some grubs, would ya?
I do not have some grub.
About time you showed up. Oh, I'm just kidding.
What kind of bugs do you like? Well, I'll have you know that I am a bug connoisseur. I'm sure you are. Name a bug. I know crickets are good because I've tried crickets. Ooh. Yeah, butterflies. Yeah, I've also heard butterflies are poisonous, friend.
You don't say.
You want a bug with some body to it? What, grubs are probably the best then, huh? Something about weather, something about, a lot of other things. I don't know. You've been here, hopefully, before from other podcasts, or podcast episodes. I haven't really done too much other podcasts yet. I would like to. I'm really hoping one day I get like an invite in my email. One day it's like, hi, we cordially invite you to join our podcast episode. Here's an invite link to the Zoom meeting. No, I'm kidding. Cause I'm not gonna just ask. I feel weird about trying to invite myself onto stuff like that, because that doesn't feel right, and maybe that is a social conditioning that I need to work on. I don't know. Like, what's the harm in that, right? You're probably thinking to yourself, like, why not? Why not do that, Mars? The worst someone could say is no, right? I've heard that before. And this isn't why I don't. It's more of a, I don't want to pressure someone into doing something that they may not want to do. Because when you ask someone, that is a form of confrontation, and sometimes people can't handle confrontation and they freeze up and they end up doing something that they don't want to do. I'm guilty of this. Very guilty of this, actually. It's something I need to really work on sometimes and coach myself through, especially when in the moment with it. But, knowing that fact about myself and witnessing it in other people, yeah, I don't want to even accidentally manipulate someone, especially, like, into a negative area. Like, manipulation gets an interesting, rep to it. There's different ways that it works. There's a few books on it, actually, and how to tell when you are being manipulated and also when you are manipulating other people. I use this example sometimes in a very gross way, but like there's a deeper conversation to it that I haven't really had yet, and I need to kind of frame my own thoughts around it first before I have that conversation. But manipulation isn't always inherently a bad thing. Like, think of when a baby cries. Like, they have no way to speak, really. That is technically a form of manipulation. Not only is it manipulating the sound waves, but also it's manipulating you to, think of the base, like, in the way of this example, think of the base root of manipulation. It is to change the course of action of something. I'm not actually using the base definition, but like, again, I need to have this conversation with myself before I'm able to frame it. But that's where I start, because like, again, if it's for the betterment of something, it's not really, like, I like using the word coaching sometimes. Like, when I'm, like, outrightly about to say something that might feel like manipulation to myself, I'm gonna be like, hey, can I, like, coach us here for a minute over something? Like, You can take it however you want, but can I? Like, coach us here. Because, like, again, I really don't want to be the reason someone does something they don't want to. I don't want to be the person who causes mischief or is a villain in someone else's story, and that's actually something I've had to tell myself, is that's not really up to me to decide, unfortunately. I can't just be like, yay, I'm a good human in everyone's world. I can only try to be, which is, like, the scary part, because sometimes I wonder, am I trying enough? Am I trying hard enough? Am I doing enough? And then that starts a whole other loop that I actually hate going down sometimes. So I'm going to stop myself right there. But yes, look at those clouds. Come here, frog creature. Dang it. Do I have my meals? I do not. And yeah. Back to the whole DLC thing, actually. I have gotten most of the DLCs, or all of the DLCs except for the one coming out, and that might be a trend that ends up sticking around. I wasn't planning on getting the next DLC, because again, this is Gameloft, and I have a weird love-hate relationships with giving big money corporations my money. But again, as I've said before, this is going to be a game I end up playing a whole lot of. And they're adding horses. That was one of the features I loved a lot in The Sims. And, you almost need the boost in order to do this. Yeah, probably. But why? Why can't it just be... Okay, so it's not necessary, but it helps. They're adding horses. I can only imagine how much this DLC is going to be, and I can only imagine what outfit they're going to add to it, and I can only imagine that it's probably not going to be as great as it could be, because in just a moment, we're going to go over to the premium shop. After I feed this dragon thing, because I like the dragons, and I have the ice on me, for once. Okay. Premium shop. Look at this thing. It has, like, 0 detail to it. 0. No detail. None. Absolutely zilch detail. It's so smooth. It's so smooth that I am having a problem with it. Apparently, it collects flowers as its companion bonus item thing. However, the details. I was really hoping for, like, a little bit more of a fur pattern. Like, it's kind of giving seal cat vibes. Like, not quite soft. Maybe soft, but like peach fuzz soft. Which is fine. I'm not hating on peach fuzz or anything like that. But details, guys. With everything else that you do have details in, and the some things that you don't have details in, what's going on? I'm not really like a designer, and I don't necessarily know if I get it 100%. But what's happening? I just need an explanation as to why the cat does not have more detail on it. That'd be great. Thank you. I was intending on getting it with precious moonstones as an honor of my late cat kind of thing. But Amber deserves better than that. I'm not gonna lie. Amber deserves better than whatever the heck that is. Whatever the heck that is. And, yeah. Yeah. Of course I already have some of the motifs for the holiday bundle. Does that mean it's less money for me? Let's see. I do kind of like the Victorian style manor, but I hate how it has, what was that, 3,000 moonstones? And just for reference, if you are on the video version of this game, or not game, this show, I'm not playing a game, I am also recording a show, Mars, the Digital Quill podcast, you silly creature. Whatever. This is what moonstones equate to as money in the real world. It's disgusting. But also, I get it, I guess, from a corporate standpoint, but also there's like 2 or 3 tweaks I could think that they could add to make the moonstone hit a little easier. First of all, in the main valley, I don't think it happens in the DLC valleys. There are these blue chests that pop up that always have 50 moonstones in them. Sometimes they pop up multiple times in one area for some reason, which I think is a bug. But hey, sometimes they don't pop up at all. But there's always 50 in the blue chests, and I think that could be scaled. I think that could be a ratio based on drop, just kind of like how the bonus items are based on ratio drops. So like instead of 50, like 50 could be the most common occurring drop, but the most like exclusive or rare drop would be like 500. Like that could happen like I don't know, percentage of a percent. So say like 0.001% of the time you would get 500 in the blue chests. They probably haven't done that because of the glitchiness of the blue chests and the moonstones, but like, again, they're Gameloft. I feel like they have the money and the time and the resources to be able to actually polish this thing up to make it a brilliant homage to Disney and Pixar and even Star Wars, I guess. I do have R2-D2, so I can't really be too mad. I kind of got R2-D2 as an homage to a robot thing I had growing up that was like one of my favorite childhood toys, and yeah. Good memories, I guess, and shitty moments. Try to keep some of those close. Helps when everything is dark. By the way, if you're also on the video version of Dreamlight Valley, the podcast, and all of this, and you've noticed my valley is bare, yes. Shh. It's okay. I don't do a lot of decorating because this is the Switch, mind you. And also, that'll change when I can play PC, most likely, but that's gonna be a while. A friend of mine is gonna give me their hand-me-down. I have a big brother in the diamond business. No, I'm kidding. And by diamond business, I mean PC business. But, yeah, I'm gonna be getting a hand-me-down, and it's actually gonna be able to be capable of playing Dreamlight Valley, and the fact that it's gonna do that, that's gonna be one of the 3 main games I get first at some point. 3 major games I get first. Dreamlight Valley. Unfortunately, No Man's Sky. I just really like space. There might be better space games on Steam, but like any that are like No Man's Sky? Question mark? Question mark? That's a hint for you to like, you know, put No Man's Sky equivalents that are better in the comments below, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Give me your recommendations. Show me what you got. Woo! But yeah, I don't decorate I do sometimes when I feel in the mood, but I mainly keep it bare so I can find the resources easily and run around. And I feel like it might help the lack of glitchiness when it comes to the lack of things. So, yep, that is my stance. I will die on that hill. I do not care. I am excited for the DLC. I'm not gonna lie on that. Because, like, yeah, it is gonna be probably a little more expensive than the other DLCs. Or maybe it won't be. I don't know. I don't really remember how much the DLCs, Storybook Veil and Rift in Time were. Alright, what were my routine duties this week? Spend time with a villager? Just any villager? Okay. Favorite gifts? Small talk. Okay. That's all relatively easy. Duties. Sell seaweed, catch fish somewhere dazzling. I'm not even in the right spot to do that. I hope you know that game. I wonder if taking a fishing buddy would be better. Am I getting better at the playing game and talking about subjects thing? No. Am I going to? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. I am trying to be a little bit more active on my socials and in comment sections and stuff because, like, I think it's high time that if I really do want to do the things that I want to do, I do the things that I don't want to do that or that kind of fall into the sphere and realm of things that I have to do in order to do the things that it's a thing, a whole thing, a big thing, a lot of brain thinking thing, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry for your loss and lack of knowledge. I can't help you. I mean, I can, maybe. What's the problem? Is there a problem? There's probably a problem, isn't there? I'm usually blind to problems. I create problems to solve. One of my fatal flaws. Sea turtle. Back to fishing. Do I have to fish in the circular areas in order for it to count, or can it be just any area as long as I get a fish? I do have to sell seaweed, so to me it doesn't technically matter right now. So, checking in, since we are half an hour into this episode, what are you up to today? Any big projects, any plans, any goals, wins, aspirations? And even if you don't have those, doing nothing's okay too sometimes. Sometimes I wish that my body would let me do nothing. Sometimes it does. And I wish the opposite. It's funny how we always want the opposite of what we've got. Yeah, they definitely took away the copyrighted music to make this streamer mode friendly, which fun little fact for this game. There it is. Streaming friendly mode replaces copyrighted music from the game. You don't even play the whole song though, and there's no lyrics, and it's not even the right instruments on some of them. So, fuck you mean copyrighted music? Explain. You don't even have the voice actors. They don't exist. They're voiced by different people, which is fine. Some of them sound really good, but like, I can also tell. It's disconcerting, I think is the word, when you can tell that something that you listen to for a long time is different, and you can't tell how, and it's weird. It's like living in a different alternate reality or something.
Everything here is so fun.
Time to change outfit and take picture with companion. You can watch me decorate a character. Yay! Let's see. So the Dream Snap is a decoration. So like furniture, but it's potions. So it's giving witchy vibes, which means I want something witchy. Something simple witchy? Something simple witchy. Yeah, why not? Because why not? Yes, because I like having that as a glider. The book is cool, but I want the purple one, so I really do have to work on the... Yeah. I really do have to work on the, Dream Snap, or not Dream Snap, what you call it? It's not gonna work, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Socks? Nope. And no. Let's see. And finally, I think, because I don't really feel like dealing with anything else, and I said I'd go simple. And there we go. And now for the second, whatchamacallit. I'm kind of hoping that it was giving you guys enough time to like answer in the comments below how your day is and like put some thoughts to things, because sometimes it's really hard to, I don't know, type while someone's talking. Might be easy for some, or heck, I don't know, maybe you listen to this while you're driving. Which, don't text and drive, please. And don't be one of those people who holds up traffic for a text. It can wait till you pull over. If it's an emergency, you should probably be talking on the phone. Just saying. There might be some that disagree with me on that, and I would like to hear your stories as to why that doesn't always make sense. Aha, right. Collect 3 bonus items given by a companion. Serve a meal in the restaurant. Plant 5 vegetables. Pet a companion. Have a daily discussion. Here you go. Here's some pets. And time to go have a daily discussion with somebody who's ready to speak. Hades, yo, what's up with you?
Okay. Right.
I'm just gonna spam through that.
Yada, fine,
Frankly, I don't care what he has to say. You guys might, which if you do, another instance to add to the comments below. Just saying. I'm really trying to farm for comment. Really trying to farm for comment engagement, if you can't tell. It's all very important in the digital scape. Commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing, following, even doing that to like other people's like stuff as a creator. Like that's kind of how you build like rapport, not only for yourself but for just other people. And that's kind of like the name of the game is pay it back, you know? Someone gives you likes. I really do like the idea of the like for like method. I'm not always great at DM communication, so like that's not really the place to do it with me. But sometimes it works. Not always, but sometimes. I try to be present as much as I can, because I get the isolating feelings of living in this world sometimes. So not always easy.
Howdy.
Also, it is so cloudy and gray out. It is great. It is great. This is great weather. Tell me your stories below. Tell me your favorite games. Tell me your favorite movies. What inspires you to get up in the morning? Do you have something that inspires you? Do you need something that inspires you to get up in the morning? What inspires me in the morning to get up is that I come from hell. I was forged in hell, and I don't want to leave the world in hell. I don't want there to continue to be hell. Even if it wasn't for the fact that I know such hell, I wouldn't know such divinity as well. Divinity in the form of love in many faces. Divinity in the form of experience being one of the most powerful things humans could do. Experience in the sense of, and I was talking with a friend about this the other day, humanizing everything around you, because it is your duty as a human being to give a voice to the voiceless, to humanize the things that can't be humanized, or can't really be humanized because they can't speak. You know, they can't speak the same language as you and I. And by they, I mean they. Animals, objects. Like, as young people, as young kids, that's something we do a lot of. We personify things. We personify objects, especially in the neurodivergent community. Why?
You know?
Why is it that we do that? Well, it's our duty to.
Hi there, pal.
Without personifying and adding life to the things that may not necessarily have life, you're welcoming in chaos and destruction, which is not good for prosperity. It's actually kind of the opposite. It's good for prosperity.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that? Do I even have seaweed yet? Did I sell my seaweed yet? I did not. The corner of my nose keeps itching because my skin is dry, and it's actually kind of reacting a little bit to the fact that it's moist in the air, so like, it's like a different itchiness, not necessarily because of dryness. It's weird. Being human is weird. Fish cat, 20 of 20. There is literally no... okay. Fine. Whatever. Back to this, I guess. But yeah, that is our duty as humans, to personify things, to add life and meaning to things, to create, use our whims, use our free will. One of my favorite things I saw online the other day that I think is funny is there's like a what are you doing? That was a squirrel moment. Is that God gave us free will, and this is how we use it. And anytime I see something that's either mildly disturbing, interesting, or funny, or entertaining, or like literally anything, the tone could change depending on context, I guess. But I will say God gave us free will, and this is how we choose to use it. Sometimes I will add flavor text at the end of it and be like, and this is how we choose to use it, or I'm gonna have to use this one, I gotta get used to it, but this is how we choose to use it. I'm sure he's pleased. I'm not really a God person, but because I think of it more as like a universe or Gaia, Mother Earth thing, energy thing, more than a just God thing. I know that's blasphemous or something. Let's see. Religion. Yeah, I am, as some friends of mine described it the other day, person of faith, not really a person of religion. It's a very sticky, slippery slope. Because as a weird, different polarity, duality, as above, so below thing for you, as yin and yang. I also, like, while I also am like, and I make this point a lot, I have friends and other stuff who can quote me on it, but, when talking about religion and talking about Jesus and talking about, like, Christianity and the practice of practicing religion in churches, I remember being taught that Jesus didn't exactly want to be in churches. He didn't want people celebrating God in churches. He wanted them out and about teaching other people and like reaching out to other neighbors and like building communities with people, loving their neighbor. And I remember that sometimes, and like while I understand the need and the desire for a space, a communal space you can come together for worship or a celebration or like anything like that, which is again another essential human need, I think, anyway, it's sometimes I think humans get so hung up on the idea that we need to do things one way, and it has to be this one way. It can't divert from any other way possible because it's tradition, it's tradition, it's tradition. Sometimes traditions change, though. It's more of the principle of the tradition that needs to remain the same to make it tradition. So what is the principle in celebrating spirituality? It's celebrating what got us here. It's celebrating the fact that we are humans and that we do make mistakes, but we do have the ability to change and learn and grow from them and move on and like be better than absolute fucking soulless monsters. So like, I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of talking out of my ass on this one, but those are my thoughts, and those are just my probably rather naive and stupid opinions, but you know, hey, we all have those, right? Unless I'm alone and I don't have those, and that's okay. I have been alone before, and I will probably be alone again. It is not an uncommon thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started this, because humans, we need to do better by each other, regardless of where we come from or what our background is. Which I guess is one and the same thing.
When I imagined far-off places, I never imagined this.
And actually, I am exhausted. I have to do some chores because I have some company coming over later. Well, person I live with has some company coming over later to deal with some podcast stuff, which I think is great because they really, really need to work on it. It hasn't been touched in so freaking long, and I think there's a lot of promise there. But that's just me. I like seeing people do people things. Always going to encourage it. I will be both the angel and the devil on people's shoulders. Hey, you should start a podcast. Hey, you should write that book. Hey, you should go have that conversation with that person that you want to have a conversation with. Hey, you should start that game you want to start. Hey, you should do that stream that you like doing. Hey, you should do this that you like, that you want to do, that I keep hearing you talk about over and over and over and over again. Do the thing you want and like, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Like, do the thing you want to do. Do the thing you want to do. I'm gonna wave a coin in front of the camera. Do the thing you want to do. Pretend there's a coin there. Do the thing you want to do. You want to do the thing. You're gonna do the thing you want to do, especially since it's not harming anyone. And it's gonna benefit you. You're gonna do the... Hopefully the hypnosis worked. I don't think it did, but I'm hopeful that it worked. As always, humans of Earth, we've reached the end of the Digital Quill podcast, episode 74, I think it's 74, and I'm your host, Mars Wilson. Keep going, humans of Earth. Thank you for letting me share my time with you, whether I taught, inspired, motivated, or hopefully at the very least entertained you. I'll see you next time. Bye!